Hello, so this will be the first episode of the Let's Play, but as you see in the playlist, I actually played the game a lot, and I have about 20 hours into the game itself now. I did get a lot of the upgrades, and I have a lot of the buildings, but yeah, I'll not show you that, I'll just show you my upgrades. I'm still playing with the basic king, which is King Baldwin, mostly because I like his skills. And technically I finished the first village section of the game. If you reach Ascension level 3 or Third level 3, that's kind of it. I finished that one as well. And I'll just show you how the graveyard is, and we'll continue to play the graveyard, and we'll switch back to the other one here and there. I just need a few more upgrades to kind of finish my playstyle. So yeah, probably the most important thing in the beginning is to have the tile seal. And then you want to banish the nobles as much as you can, so you have a lot more extra space in the city. So banish, banish, banish. So these two tile seals over here, then try to banish, and then try to get the run star bonuses, which will definitely speed up everything immensely. And over here, again, you have to get the tile seal and the tile as a reward. And then definitely go for the geese. The geese, the stables, and the worm riders are kind of like the best things in the game in the beginning of the game until you get access to some other stuff. Now, I also have these things over here, the falcon stump, the pumpkin field. They're kind of cool, but once you get access to the other endgame stuff, they're kind of bad. So yeah, this is the true endgame, well, not really true endgame stuff, but this is kind of like the best stuff you can get. While the other ones will just help you. And over here I recommend you go up to the second royal quest, which is just this one over here. So this is the first royal quest, this is the second one. If you go to the second one, you'll more or less be okay. You don't really need to go for the third one, but it does help a lot, to be honest. Get back to upgrades. As for the kings themselves, well, to be honest, I think Baldwin is still the best one, and you want to play as much as you can with him. And then you have to switch to some other stuff, and then the endgame is mostly about upgrading the HP and the damage of the units, but this is where things get even trickier. What about the advisors? Which ones are the best ones? Well, Silk Weaver is one of the best ones because you have a random tile that is improved, which is great because you have a lot more tiles that are improved overall. Then I recommend you go over here, go through Twins, Julian, and then go over here for a new advisor slot, and the new advisor will be the wise tree. Now, this is a bit tricky because you lose access to buildings that produce wood, but you also get all 4 masks. Unfortunately, you only get 1 wood per enemy killed, but you also get 10 deforestation spells. Oh no. Whenever I say deforestation... Captain... What was that name? Captain Pollution. Let's hear that.
Then let our polluting powers combine! Super radiation!
Deforestation! Smog! Toxin!
Hate! Your polluting powers combined! I am Captain Pollution!
That's amazing. Whenever I see this spell over here, deforestation, so now we need the other spells. Super radiation, smog, I already forgot about it, and hate. I hope they introduce the other spells to the game, because that would be extremely hilarious if you can use the spells, and if you have all of the spells and use them in succession, you'll actually summon Captain Pollution. Oh man, that would be so cool. Anyway, you get a 4 mask, but you only get 1 wood per enemy killed, so it will actually be in your benefit to have a lot more enemies to kill. And then you can just go for the accountant, and then, well, I guess once you get the weaver, and then you go over here, advisor slot and the new one, you might as well go for over here. I don't really use Branimir, but you can use it. I guess if you're using a lot of spells or something, it will be useful. Go for the advisor slot, which is easier to get from over here, and then you'll unlock the accountant. Now, this kind of solidifies your entire build. As for buildings and units, well, I mostly use... Well, if you're in doubt, get wheat. So in the beginning of the game, you want to get a lot of wheat, some wood, a single clay mine, and then you can just get the grape bushes as many as you can, one single iron mine, and one single crystal mine. And then insist a lot on having vineyards and wheat fields. Now, if you are asking what should be the building that you have for production, the production building will always be a sawmill, because you cannot get sawmills through normal means. So that means that will always be a sawmill, and more or less depending on what you get the other stuff, but that's going to be harder because sometimes you just don't get the mill or the forge. You have to be careful with the mill or the forge. Sometimes you get the pump. The pump is also very, very useful in the end game. So as for units, well, I mostly recommend use archers, and then once you unlock the upgrades for the archer building, it will be so much better. So use a lot of archers, peasants. Peasants also give you the production for each peasant on the battlefield. That's why I also like King Baldwin, because he gives you 3 peasants, which increase your production quite a bit. So 10 peasants in the beginning helps you a lot. And then my favorite melee unit, basic melee unit, is the militia, and that's about it. The rest, basically militia, archers, and bone pits, because the bone pits will allow you to have skeletons for basically free, because they only cost water, so you can always build them. But if you give them the upgrade, think about it, you can get upgrades a lot of times just by playing the waves. So that means at some point you'll actually get the bone meal. So these 3 are my most useful ones, because if you get 5 flour upon a skeleton death, that means you get 15 gold if you sell the flour on the market. So that's huge. So bone pit, archery, and militia camp. But again, this is a bit tricky because you need to have already an established line of defense before you get them. And over here, I like to use the bees a lot because they give champions damage. The geese training field are also amazing because they're champions with riders and just a lot of other cool stuff. I mostly like them because they get buffed by the bees. Then you can also buff their HP with the worms. So geese, worms, and bees, best thing ever. The other stuff is kind of situational. As you can see, I didn't use them a lot. The Falcon camp just because I like guts a lot. By the way, this is Guts, and this is Chad Griffith, and probably Chad the little boy. I forgot his name. And this is for sure Casca. Oh boy. Yeah, it's very fun. I like to use them. He's not as useful as you might think, but at the same time, he has a lot of health and a lot of damage compared to some of the other stuff. But on the other hand, he's only 1 unit. And over here I like to use the balloon bomber, just because this is a unit that you only need to train once, and after that they just fly into the sky. I mean, it flies into the sky and you don't need to do anything for it. And if you can get the damage upgrade and attack speed upgrade, this will be massive, because you have a unit that never gets killed, but it uses up oil every time it attacks. The goose hydra nest is also pretty amazing. I'll not get into it, but it's amazing. Crystal Palace is also worth it because you will get crystal with each attack, and then you can upgrade it to be independent. And also the ram pastures, well, if you don't get any other champion creatures, the rams are great. They're the best unit in the game. They also give you attack speed for arcane troops, and you can even increase your spell damage if you get that upgrade. So many wonderful things, but it costs 700 to build, so you're most likely not going to build it. It's super hard to build. But this is kind of like my strongest unit in the game so far, so that's kind of like a basic tutorial. Over here we have the king statue, which is amazing because you can use your first ability a lot more, meaning you can summon basically infinite peasants, which is amazing. Hero statue gives you troop upgrades. Troop upgrades are the things that upgrade a category. For example, you upgrade your champions with more health, your ranged troops with more damage, and so on. I don't like the Wheels of Fortune because they're kind of hard to make and they cost a lot of time. No, I don't like them. Enchanter, yes, they're very good, but sadly you'll end up using most of your resources anyway before you reach the end game, so they're not as useful as you think. I recommend using the legendary ones just because they cost oil. These ones cost a lot of crystal and gold, so they're not worth it. And this one just is gold, so I recommend using the basic ones and the end tier ones. The Fairy Fountain is also pretty good because it doesn't need anything to work, and also with the anti-goblin dust you can make it damage the enemies. It's not very clear over here if it damages a single enemy. I think the way this works, it damages all the enemies with 15 damage at the beginning of the production cycle, which means It can deal about let's just say it can deal about 100 damage during a wave attack or something like that. So they're really worth picking up if you can, but they cost a lot of resources. But make sure you get them because they're passive ones. As for here, the black sheep can also be useful. The dragon bakery is useful, but it's rare that you get a source of flour, the flour dragon. You also need a lot of wheat because wheat is used to train normal troops anyway, so it's kind of hard to get the dragons. Cannon, magic college and the other stuff is kind of meh. The hostel is also one of the most important buildings over here. Hospital and hero statues are 100% needed, and the rest is more or less situational. I don't recommend you invest too much into economy, you just need to invest in your army for the end game, because economy doesn't give you any bonuses. Okay, so that's kind of like the basic intro and how my strategy works, and let's play this. So wise tree accountant and silver weaver. And we'll start with the graveyard level, because this is probably something that most people didn't see a lot until now. Touch the ball. The ball is your friend. On higher accession levels, they also have some other stuff. Now, I do recommend to restart this a couple of times, because this is horrible positioning. I'm not sure what the developers can do against this, because it's just so... Oh, tutorial. I always click the tutorial accent. So much better just to restart to get the better resources and the better positions. I guess if you don't want to cheat, don't cheat. Oh, look at that. Madman and other stuff. Okay, let's restart again, and then I'll just play whatever I get. But usually you can get all 3 enchanted tiles to be in the same area. And that's going to be great. Unless it's something horrible, I'll now restart again. Let's restart, because you can actually get even some archers, because the archers are basic units, and if you get archers in the beginning of the game and then you also summon the peasants, that's already a pretty much unbeatable army. So just restart a couple of times if you feel like the starter bonuses and the way the map is designed is not good. See, that's what I wanted. That's a bit annoying that this is so far away. I think the developers patched it, because at some point you had a big chance of all of them being very close together. So always play on the highest speed, and always make a scouts. I wait until I have 100 water. And then I delete one of these. Actually, I delete both of them to make grain and wood, but since you don't have wood, this will have to do. Of course, you can restart until you get a special spell or a spell that you like. Demolish that as well, and then we can just start selling the grain. We'll upgrade the gaze, and then we'll be okay. Also, no, actually I think I'll recruit the tribute as fast as possible, because this is a very important part of the game that might give you super strong resources. Now you might think, well, pick the metal because it's the rare one. No, I'll actually pick the clay. I'll pick the clay because I really want to have the clay in the bank, so I don't waste more time when the clay is needed. Oh, I get the dig site with a spell. These are rare. Usually don't get spells from the beginning. No, normally I would recycle this, but I'll just get them so they appear. Yeah, the singers are quite bad because they need iron ore to be built. And they don't really have that much damage, and their bonus is not that good, and their upgrades are not really that good either. So yeah, not really a favorite, but I guess I'll just build them. No. Clay mine, I don't need any more clay. I need the iron mine. I guess you don't really need a dinari, so we'll just have to settle for one that is the easiest one. Yeah, this is kind of bad. But they like to give me artifacts, okay. The last wave will be horrible. I don't like the arena, I don't like the assassins. I guess 7 permanent morale will have to do. Oh, he has actually a lot of health and decent damage. That water will kill me. Okay, so we start just by getting this as fast as I need a grain. We're already at the limit. Okay, let's use our special power, deforestation. This is a bit overpowered, like I keep saying, so that will be enough. Okay, it's enough. I don't think I need a peasant hut, I also don't think I need a boost. We'll also try and get the spell first of all. Such a cool game, I like it so much. Okay, and hopefully now we can upgrade. Found fire and an artifact. Ah, better. That's great. Now, you might be thinking, why the wine? Well, the wine is just much more useful overall. The passive resource that actually is very good. So we have the 4 masks. Iron ore, 3 crystal, 4 grapes. But said only 1 wood, so that means we need to use deforestation a lot. This is also an achievement to destroy all of the trees on the map. Is it ready yet? No, it's not ready. It's kind of useless to build a peasant hut. Okay, then go. Okay, increase the gaze. Now, this is also a bit of a discussion. We'll just get more grain and then we'll have enough money. We'll put the enchanted tile over there. Said we were out of grain. I guess this is good enough for me. Also, when you're attacked, just select the closest dig site, and when you're not attacked, select the farthest one. Technically, I can make more peasants, which would benefit me in a way. Just make more peasants. There's not really a choice over here. That's a useless artifact. Okay, I guess we can use that if we like. Is it time to use another deforestation? Maybe. I guess I also want a peasant house, but we'll never have enough to summon the peasants anyway. I guess they're kind of makeshift archers. Oh, I forgot to do that. It doesn't really matter, because even if they get killed, it will not be such a huge difference. That's a lot of enemies. And just put a ground fire over here, it will be fine. I mostly don't want to use my real soldiers. Okay, wood. Now we have 2 veteran barracks. The hive is great, I'll definitely always take it, and over here it's a bit of a discussion because the longbowmen are very hard to set up, but at the same time they're so cool. I guess I can skip the archers and just go for the longbowmen, which is a valid strategy. I should have put this over here. I guess I didn't think too much about it. Oh man, I reached the population cap so fast sometimes. Come on, this is such a troll move from the developers. You almost have to snipe that tree line. Wine, perfect, metal, okay. And now nice, we just need the gold to do that. Fortunately, we're not really getting any sources of money. Or any permanent sources of production. So as you can see, you're going for your production before you actually reach the prophecy for the basic construction, which is a bit annoying. Because it will have to be there, the basic thing, and it will have to be over here. My entire production will be here. I guess we can use some fireworks. Yeah, that will permanently be put over there. Don't worry, we can just gather water in the meantime. This was a very weak wave. Again, we're just getting so many resources by just playing the game. Weather is here and we have 180 denarii, which was also the point. So if you don't have enough, if you don't have 180, just raise more. That's huge. That's yeah, decent. This is not that good, but I mostly want... Goldsmith farm is amazing. That's not so good. Oh, I really wish I had enough resources to buy that as well, but we'll focus also on buying resource buildings. Yeah. Oh well, not much we can do to offset that. We'll build that over there. We'll actually build this tile enchanter over there as well. I guess we can spend a little time over here. Keep forgetting about that. We need to use more deforestation. Looks like it'll always be an ant attacking us. That's a lot. Now the bees will probably be over here as well, but I don't have enough grapes. Actually I do have enough grapes, but there's any point in putting them over there? I don't. So I'll put that over there to make basic stuff. I have the bone pit like I mentioned so many times. This is also extremely well. On the other hand, like, this is going to be a very short game, so it doesn't really matter what we do because we have, yeah, let's take the damage. We'll get other resources as well. Wheat field. Yeah, wait a minute. Do I need more wine? I think we can... Yeah, we'll get that one as well. Oh, rich. Let's just levy barracks, but I'll take it. That's good production. Let's do it like this. That's a burning skull. I don't think I fought a burning skull so far. I'll just fight all of them. Oops. Oh, missing pumpkin. That's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, we'll take another wheat field. The cemetery trader is over here, but I got kind of complacent and I forgot all about these guys because I lost so many troops in the beginning. I guess that's one of the problems when I'm playing this greedy. I lose track of certain things. I don't worry, I already have the achievement for that. Actually build... Ooh. There, okay. Now I have also a lot of wine. Let's demolish that since I'll not use it for sure. And over here it will have to be a sawmill. Why a sawmill? Because it's the only one we can actually build for the entire game. You know, I just need the gold over there and that will be a wheat field and that's kind of it. Oh man, that's so annoying that I forgot to put that thing over there. In case you're wondering about our bonus damage, it's huge. Morale is 41. Means 41 extra damage, which means they'll deal a ton of extra damage. Which means they are going to handle themselves very, very well for a long time. Troop training, I guess. Rider. The bees need more HP. Yeah, don't worry about it. We don't need that much gold anyway. Guess I should really take a grape bush just because I'll need more for the hive. So switch this to spawn troops to capacity, which is a very important thing. I can send the slingers back to the castle, but I'll have to dismantle the other ones, which I'll not do. Okay, I guess we just have to farm all of the wood as fast as possible. Oh, what is that creature? For metal. I'll just take the metal in case I get the guts. Yeah, I should have taken a gold mine at some point. This is ridiculous. I'm not mining any of the relics. I guess it's not so bad overall. I'm just losing a lot of permanent upgrade points in a way. Deforestation, it's a superpower. Now, well, I guess we'll have to lose a lot of troops by now. We didn't lose any troops then. We can almost get infinite wine as well. I'll reroll that. Guess we can upgrade that. No. It's okay, we'll spawn to capacity, okay. Finally we can do that. Now we can spawn even more of those guys. Now we just need all of the money. This is a bit of a cheesy tactic, I guess. I guess I'll also need a crystal field at some point. And yeah, this is correct. That's mostly... That's the burning skull. Send the grape bushes over here so we can put the bees over here. Black sheep. Well, I guess we'll take the black sheep just in case we get a ram thingy after a while. I'll just get a Buddhist temple. Meteorite, of course. Also just summon them, send them back and forth like that. So what we have over here, we have the small bones, send them back. The slingers back as well. This is annoying. But also some bees are out, so this will work out great now. My dinar economy is doing quite bad because I haven't gotten anything, so I guess I should start refusing some buildings right now. That was too late to send them over there. Can you cancel that? Yeah, we can. I should just put that over here. I think it will be more useful like this. Trader is here and we have enough denarii for one of these things. Now, nothing I really want. Longbowman capacity. I guess I could pick that for the end game. I don't think we'll have any problems with my castle just because we're so... Oh, the stone gaze. I have to take the stone gaze. almost a mandatory thing now. This is the main, the central one. So that's why you always want to have a production bonus on it. Oh, the next attack is already here. That's quick. Are there 4 diggers or not? Sometimes it's hard to tell. I guess there are. Oh, look at that. You can spend gold to get gold back. Useful. Since that tile is not upgraded, I don't really have a choice. Blade of Vengeance is also one of the best rewards you can get. Now I have to start refusing this because I don't want any of the weaker buildings right now. I think we have enough wine, to be honest, so let's recycle that. I'll take a crystal mine just because it's for the end game. Healing pool or weakness, I prefer weakness. What are those foreign soldiers? Interesting. We'll have a few things in the beginning and one in the middle and one to the end. Also get as many spells as possible. Yeah, infrastructure, or we have to choose the infrastructure. And they gave me the trade. I'll always take this one since I don't really need more troops and the undead units are not going to be that strong for me. Now this is a bit deceiving because at this point of the game I don't think I'll have enough time to gather the resources. And after a while I'll completely stop getting wood, so nothing is really good over here. These fireworks will help a little bit. Okay, put the grain field over there. Like I mentioned, it's so hard to get the stuff you need sometimes. So let's spawn until the cap. There's also a very cool artifact that doubles the resources of your basic stuff, which will help a lot here. Yeah, I don't think we need more wells, to be completely honest, because they're just doing very well as it is. Well, they're doing very well. Let's just destroy that and put it over here. Now, since this is not a permanent building, I can... Yeah, there's no point because I have other stuff over there. No, this will be for the active combat stuff. Yeah, that will be for the passive stuff. Just put it down and maybe you'll use it later. Oh, hello, this is the thing I wanted for the flour. So I usually get this one just because I want extra flour, or some flour at least. I think we'll need more grapes overall. Don't we already have a crystal mine? Yes, we do, I guess. Yeah, another one will not hurt. Oh, look at that tree, it's so sad. Okay, so not all of the trees are available to be cut down. Like, it's very hard to deforest the entire map with just spells. You need a lot more, to be honest. Okay, when in doubt, choose wheat. I guess I can also just put a crystal mine somewhere over here, so it produces constantly. I guess you can spare a little bit of water. And that's kind of it. This will have to do for a very long amount of time. Oh no. Look at that, they're being damaged by the thingy. guess more wheat will be nice. Production of the wheat. You might. Why so much wheat? Well, you will see later. And I think we have to start using our own troops. Wish there was another way for this. We're getting a lot of production bonuses from them either way. Yeah, I wish there was a better way. But there is not a better way, because we need to send a small bonus on the battlefield to die. We can get some flour. To kind of even up the odds. You can also do it like this, since you don't really need that extra stuff. I wonder if there's any point in getting more diggers. Probably not. I'm also kind of tired of producing buildings. I want gold mines and stuff that will be useful. So just use all of your fireworks, don't sit on them. Yes, wheat will be the better option over there. Buddhist temple, yeah, I guess this will be the base choice, so this is why I like the Buddhist temple. It's kind of easy to upgrade in a way. Blade fall. Like, one skeleton died. Well, guess who doesn't have any water, not even for a single skeleton. What else died? What else can I replace it with? I guess a slinger. And this will kind of remain my army for the rest of the game. Now we just have to wait. I guess we can still summon more peasants, improve the productivity, use the fireworks. I guess we can also just get the last upgrade to the maximum units. Arachnor. I don't remember what Arachnor is. Okay, don't forget to farm the relics. 5, cooldown ability, starter building. In fact, nah, that's not good. Play iron fuel pump, that's good. But what's even better is the geese training field. Dragon bakery seems like I get it all the time, but I don't actually get the building for the dragons themselves. I guess this is also very, very cool to have. I wish I had more points. No, this is too fun to have. Not to have. Also the sawmill, but I only get one sawmill the entire game, so I better not use it up on stupid stuff like that. Sawmill is almost over. Hope they're working. And I see, this is what I mean. I keep forgetting about these guys because they're not normally in the game. I guess we have to continuously send them out, the Ruin Scout. Not go over the limit, I guess. I don't understand how this works. Apparently they don't count as population for the army on the field. But that's not always the case, so I don't know. That's a cool looking boss. What are those? Vampire swordsman, a zombie crawler, and these vampires soldiers are quite big and strong as well. Okay, that's all of the skeletons gone. I don't think you can kill the bees. The bees will sting its eyes. Oh. Pathetic and very weak. That's useless. King's ability... all kind of useless at this point. Tornado is great. Fables. Owl. Owls increase the damage dealt by flying units, which is great, but I want the geese, so it's not that good for me right now. Guess I'll just reset. Fighting range, the attack speed of champions. Badger's range damage. This is kind of a tough choice. I'm so tempted to get the badges, but I don't think the badges are ranged. No, actually, I think they're ranged. Oh, they're not. What does the firing range have? I guess that's critical shots. They're kind of like the, if you remember correctly, they're the musketeers from Warcraft 3. I think they had something like that, and then in Dota. They don't really do that much damage, but again, they're mostly for the attack speed of champions, but I don't really have enough champions anyway to begin with. Take the firing range. Training. Guess that saves them. Guess more upgrades will always be nice. Spells. Just fight everything, right? Zombie alarm, necromancy. Checking his appointment ledger. Complaining about overtime. Well, it's a peculiar task. I think I'll just take the permanent morale. For the cemetery trader. I always get this one. It seems like it's always the same. I can also just buy more upgrades from here if you want. Feels like it's mostly stuff I don't want. I also get an undead wyvern. Undead pool. The undead wyvern is actually pretty rare and it gives you flour. Well, I think I want a relic production building so I can get more cool stuff. So he's a vampire boss, okay. I have no idea how he works, but I really need to step up my game a lot. What I meant about the water, you're always going to run out of water with skeletons and some other stuff. In case you're wondering, we're up to capacity, that's why you don't have any more units. Huh. I guess we should just make the units and they'll sit in the barracks for a while. By the time I get enough gold, yeah. Send those guys to the barracks and we'll take out a musketeer, 2 musketeers. And 2 geese. 2 geese hunters. Probably grapes is the choice over there. Then we can also summon them, improve the... okay. I don't say this is easy because it will get much harder soon enough. Guess we'll need some crystals as well, just in case. Yeah, well, not really endgame material, but at least we have some good units. That wyvern buzzing around. This will be kind of a dangerous attack. I'm not sure if I should use a spell or not. Big fencer. The Goose Riders are so strong with some of these upgrades. Training, I guess range damage is amazing because you have so many different types of... Wait, you have the crossbowman? I guess we can get a gold mine and then a wheat field. Now it gives me the upgrade for the... Typical of the game, it gives you something that you cannot use. No, I think I'd just rather have everyone on the field like that and then summon a new stack of peasants. I think we can improve the vision right now, or max out the vision right now. I think we maxed out economy. We are pretty well with the defenses. We're doing pretty well with the defenses. Just need some endgame unit. Guess we can also produce relics over there, and that's what we'll do probably. What is killing them? I guess our artifacts are killing them. The geese have 99 damage already. It's so tempting to get another firing range which will give us massive benefits. I would actually know, I think another stack of geese would be great. Yeah, geese are almost invincible. Animal farm is useful to have. Guess we'll also need a mill. The forge is not going to be required. I guess we can destroy the skeleton. Yeah, I think we can just get the rest of the metal like this. This is an easy game. Who said this game was hard, right? I'm joking, it's pretty hard. We need more gold. Okay. We'll destroy this thing over here and then we'll put the entire enchanter over there. Stop selling that, just sell the flour. Yeah, I guess we have to use some spells there, so we are sure we don't have issues with this particular attack. It's another tornado spell. Power. Wood. Wood. I guess we better start getting some wood at some point. Wait a minute, do I want to put another resource over there? Not really. That's a crystal mine. I don't think I want to commit to that right now. I guess we do need a magic school, but it's hard to get the deforestation spell. And we can try once to see what happens. Oh, but that will take such a long time. Yeah, it's not going to work. I guess at this point we can just sell the iron ore or some other stuff. Rider is here. All rider units gain passive healing. Well, this is probably perfect for my needs since the other stuff is not so useful. I guess I would like a hospital, but nah. That will be okay, especially considering we'll have all of the geese warriors we can field. What? The presents were blocking the geese warriors, not anymore. Okay, just out of curiosity, oh, I forgot that's automatically done. What spell can we get? I guess we just need more wheat, to be completely honest. Wait, what was my spell? Did we not get a spell? Did that bug out? I think it bugged out. Yeah, so the ideal one would be like this, but I kind of messed up my thing, so yeah, they do take their sweet time to arrive. Psycho? That's all they do, they're just psychos? They might be damaging themselves plus the damage from some of my artifacts. I think this is nice. I guess I can try and get more artifacts and stuff in the beginning so I don't need that in the end. Okay. I'll just use the artifact. And that reward. No, that's not going to work. Ancient pit. As you can see, this is just the same building but more expensive. Is there any point? Because those are just flying units, not really. Wood pile, oh. See? You can also just get infinite wood at some point. I guess, or diggers got demolished at some point. I don't get it. Sometimes it seems to work, sometimes it seems not to work. I just put something over there. It doesn't really matter. We're doing okay with all the economy buildings. I don't know why you have to select, because it's always going to be the same thing. What is that thing called? It seems scary. A dead clops. So it's the same thing as a cyclops, except it's a dead clops. Okay. Very imaginative. I'll receive all of those except for the sawmill, but I guess we can check. Basic production, wheat. Tackle that one. Oh boy, I guess we have the farm already. Oh, we also get a sawmill, which is amazing. Do we have a farm? I don't think we have a farm. No, we have a farm. Do we really require a forge? To be honest, not really. I guess I can really like the upgrade, the permanent upgrade. So as you can see, buildings are also going to give you some massive upgrades. Well, this doesn't give me anything, and it's just another food source, another meat source. Like the forge. Yes, this can be destroyed and we can make it like this. Does this have the... Yeah, okay. That's the bonus to adjacent tiles or nearby tiles. Oh, it's one of the beginner crossbowmen. Well, I'll not send him away. I like him. Yeah, that's why I had the crossbowmen. You can upgrade the crossbowmen even if you cannot build them, which is a bit silly. I don't want to say this is too easy, but it is a bit too easy. I'm not really... Yeah, okay, there's that issue. But the geese actually healing, it doesn't seem like they're healing. I might need to use a spell over here. Yeah, let's use the blades. That was a lot of enemies. Oh, the Worm Riders. I like the Worm Riders as well. They buff up the champions. But I also want gods. Nah, the Worm Riders. Fairy Fountains, well, it's too late for them. The Wheel of Fortune, too late for that. The map is too short anyway. We don't really need all of that stuff. But yeah, the giants no longer damage the city walls when they wake up, so they're just a straight up good champion with a chance to stun. Or I guess I can have the Hydras, which are much better in terms of stats. But also a bit cheap, a bit more expensive to have. Guess I'll take them. Demolish that. So what does the farm need? I think water and... yeah, water and wheat. Let's destroy that and replace it with more wheat. I think you are seeing a... I think we're starting to see a pattern over here. All of the wheat we can get. Oh, I think I released the slingers by accident and not the ones I really needed. Okay, finally we are starting to dig up those things. I can send one bee back. We're out of water again. The water situation is so annoying. I guess we really don't need more wine since we'll finish the game soon enough. Oh, we have more after Lord Draven. I like the cats. How long is this level going to be? I don't know. Okay, from what I know, we can switch them without air. I don't need the basic stuff anymore. In it? That's good. Paddle. What happens to the poison paddle if you don't have the slots? I hope it doesn't get destroyed. Let's destroy that, we don't need it anymore. Okay, now we actually have a lot more freedom to choose what we want, and I think we can also just make the giants. Well, almost, I mean the hydras. Now what is the composition over here? I guess we can dismiss the slingers to get another bee and goose. And miss 3 more peasants so we can get the worms out of the barracks, which will make the geese even stronger. I guess we'll take that. Somehow the only thing I don't need is the ancient pit. I forgot about those guys. They always seem to get killed, so that's annoying. Nah, so you lose. Wait, what if you claim next? Fish fruit. I don't remember seeing the fruit too often. But it's too good not to take it. Okay, the fruit looks very, very bad, so don't think too much about the way it looks. It's nutritious, trust me. I guess the only thing we really need is permanent scouts. So what am I missing from the bat? Ah, single worm. I guess we have just enough room for one Hydra. I think I'll just destroy the grape bush from there. I'm not really using it. I'm not sure why it requires so much water, but don't think too much about it. It's fine. 21 meat. Now that we have 21 meat. That Lord Draven, the Blood Hunger. Wait, he's a small unit. You can actually get attacked by small units. He's being eaten by. He's being beaten by the worms and attacked by everything else. And that doesn't feel too pleasant. I guess he's summoning stuff for something over there, okay. And as soon as he's summoning something, it gets totally smashed. And that's victory because this is how short the map is. So we got 37 permanent upgrades. But because we actually bought some of that, we have a lot more to spend. See, that's what I like about the game. So yeah, we're mostly going to be playing on the Necro Village. 50, which is... I think we'll just have to take the troop limit. It's also very, very tempting to get Sophie, which will give us more option for the research buildings, which means you can upgrade the research building to get more important stuff. But as you can see, you can manage if you have enough economy. So this is a bit of a mixed bag, I think. Yeah, if you manage your economy right, you don't really need Sophie for the extra option on the research table because we have to get this. But that's 220 in total we need to unlock another advisor. We can just replace one of the ones we currently have. It's a bit annoying. Troop limit will be important as well, but we can just increase the troop limit through this one, which will help us more, okay. I like how they change clones, okay. So this is the first tier of the difficulty on the Necromancer Village, and then we'll see what's next. So as you can see, if you don't really plan on getting more Ascension, there's no reason to upgrade the King stuff. So we'll not really need the third royal quest unless we kill 2 bosses and continue playing after that. Such a wonderful game. I'm enjoying the game a lot. I also want to complete all of the encyclopedia pages, which seems like it's hard because you're supposed to use units that you never use. Look at that, I'm barely completing it as I'm just getting stuff that I never got. I hope the developers improve the game even more than it is currently. Bye bye. Actually, before I leave, I want to look at something. Is there an easier way of getting another advisor slot? I don't think there is, but I have to look. Yes, there is. So basically 130 versus 200 something over there. So... oh no, there are easier ways. So 5, 20, 40, 60. Yeah, I guess we can unlock the... we can go through here and unlock the next thing. Or like that, I guess that also would work. I guess Phoenix, Zeus and the other stuff are not really that interesting, so we'll have to go on this path over here because with fancy build, it's helpful. It's useless. I guess it's more or less useless, but you'll obtain them, but you still have to build them. And I guess, I don't know, they should really nerf Y-Street because he's so strong right now with the production, deforestation and fireworks. Just too good. I hope the developers are listening. Anyway, see you next time. Bye bye.